Why do people watch reality TV dating shows? It's like watching a train wreck, but with more kissing. This is 50 Shades of Stefanya, where I talk about anything and everything under the sun, under the shade, wherever, along with my guests. I hope you join me. Hello again. This is 50 Shades of Stefanya, and I am your hostess with the mostest, Stefanya. And today's guest is a romance writer, and she is the content editor for TWB Press. And she is really excited to share her perspective on the reality TV romance drama shenanigans. And we're talking like The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, Survivor, and she'll be joining us shortly. Welcome, Bobette. How are you today?
I am good. How are you?
Good. I love your purple hair.
Thank you.
Uh, Actually, if you want, you could take off your headphones just for a moment so we could see your pretty hair.
Oh, you are so good. You are
Wow.
so sweet.
Very nice. Very nice.
See,
Can you hear me okay without the headphones?
I can't hear you at all without the headphones.
Well, there we are. Okay.
They're plugged
Well, keep
in.
your headphones.
That's
Keep your
fine.
headphones on, girl.
That's fine.
Well, welcome, Bobette. Welcome to the 50 Shades of Stefania show. I am really excited to have you as my guest. And as I just mentioned earlier, this is before you signed on, that I was telling our viewers that you are a romance writer and you are the content editor for TWB Press in Denver, Colorado. So, again, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to hear your input and your take on these crazy reality shows, these shenanigans that go on for these romances, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's my life.
which ones are your favorite?
Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise, and The Bachelorette.
Oh, okay. The reason I
I watch
mentioned
all
that
three of them.
was because there's more. They have the farmer wants a
Oh
wife.
my God.
Uh,
You know what? I've thought about that. I mean, you got to check them out just to mix it up and just. I mean, some good laughs. It really is.
have you seen MILF Manor?
I have not. I think I saw the previews, but I have not. Where's my pencil? I have so got to write this down. What?
It's called MILF Manor. MILF Manor.
Oh my God!
I just checked
Seriously?
it out one time and I couldn't. Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people really like it, but I only have so much time. Leave it at that.
I don't know. I'll have to check that out. I really do.
So I have a joke to start things off. Why was the reality TV dating show canceled? It was too many roses, not enough brain cells.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
so with the three shows that you do regularly watch, and I know you're a fan. So the idea of finding love on these reality shows, that's it's super popular. Do you think it's possible to find love on a show like this?
I was thinking about that just a little while ago, and it's possible, but not lasting love, not real love,
So tell
not
me
the.
more about that.
Um, you've, I mean, on this show, and well, on most all of the shows, uh, they are competing against what 30 other women and or 30 other men, and uh, I don't know. I don't like to share, but uh, I think what happens is they get to where they want to win. They're there for the trips. They're there for the fun stuff. They're there for the romantic, the fireworks and everything. But I think they just want to win, and the whole reason for it just kind of goes by the wayside. Because you got some vicious people on there, man. Vicious.
Well, do you think that's vicious for airtime, or do you think that's truly some of their characters?
Um, that's a really good question. Um, because I think some of them, it's their character. Because if it wasn't, when those cameras were off and they're on Women Tell All or Men Tell All, they'd change. They don't want that stigma going through the rest of their life, I'm sure. And that's how everybody's going to remember them.
The villain
The
or
villain.
villainess. So are there's
Yep.
see, I don't watch well, I watch some of them, so, but what is this? Men tell all, women tell all? Is that like a follow-up?
Yeah, you've got halfway through the season, they'll have a like Women Tell All. They'll have all the women, and this is after he's picked his two. They'll have all the women on stage, and they'll get one of them down and talk to the host, and they'll talk to the women who were wronged. They'll talk to the women who wronged them. And these women start fighting I mean, not so much. I haven't seen a physical fight yet, but it's horrid on the set there.
So why do we like
They're
that?
just
Why do you
mean.
think we like that so much?
Why do we like train wrecks? Why do we watch if we're walking someplace and it's snowing outside? We watch somebody who's walking down the street going, oh my God, I do not want to miss when they fall. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But you don't want to miss it. And I think it makes some people feel better about themselves. You know, um, these are the romance shows and everything about feeling better about yourself. And that, why do we watch Hoarders? Oh my God, when I feel like cleaning house, I go, oh, my house is a mess. Well, all I have to do is watch an episode and I'm good. I am so good.
Oh, I hear you. I hear
Why
you.
waste that energy?
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, that's my take on it.
Wow. Well, it is difficult, I think, to find lasting love, and
Mhm.
I was doing some research, and according to USA Today, the success rate among couples who have either stayed together or gotten married after the finale is less than 50%. And
I
that tells
believe
a
that.
lot. And so some statistics that I picked up was out of the 17 couples that were paired in the first 3 seasons of Love is Blind, 4 couples are still together. And then out of the 27 seasons of The Bachelor, only 5 couples are still together. That's pretty low odds.
It is. Well, I looked up last night. I thought, how many people are like really still together from the onset, you know? And it gave me 25 couples. They're happy, they're married, they have children. Of course, they included the last bachelor, which we have to wait for that. But, it's something to place bets on. Are they going to stay together? Are they not? But, the couples that did stay together, they said that they did not watch the show.
What do you mean they did
You
not watch the show?
they didn't after it aired because they're done way before it airs. And they during the airing of the show, they can't see let anybody know they're together, right?
Oh, sure. Okay,
But
that's right.
they will not watch the show after it's done, after it's aired.
I
Because
couldn't do
man,
it.
the stuff that you see, this guy, you think he picked you, you think that you're the only person in his life, and he's telling you he's in love with 3 women and doesn't know what to do clear up until the minute he gives that last rose and proposes. Come on.
I would have a hard time, like if I was on that show, maybe they'll do one for grannies, right?
They are.
Yay! No, well, I'm not. Anyway, so I would have a really hard time with the idea I mean, seeing him kissing like whatever 29 other girls, and then well, first of all, from a hygiene point of view, but then
I
I would
thought
have a
about
hard
that.
time. I'm like, ew.
God, where's that mouth been?
I know, right? But it's so funny because it's like I watch it and then I get mad. I get mad. Like, wait a minute, you were kissing on this other girl, and now like I think it was the Bachelor in Paradise. Like, oh, you guys are all lovey dovey. Woo! until some new meat comes in, right?
Exactly.
Fresh meat. It's like, whoa, what's
Mhm.
all this? And the guy's like, oh, I'm gonna go over there and check that out. Or the girl, same thing. Well, I'm gonna go check this guy out, And it's like,
Mhm.
wow, what up with that?
And they're with the on Bachelor in Paradise. They pick their people. They pair up because if somebody isn't paired up, they don't get a rose, and they're off the show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a convenience thing. You've got to find somebody. And when somebody breaks up with somebody else like that, then this person's going around going, oh my God, I got to find somebody. I think I'll go for so and so. I think I'll go for so and so. I wonder if he'll take me.
Oh.
It's like, really? And then the thing is all these women that are on Bachelor in Paradise, they're all friends
Oh yeah,
because
from
they made
previous.
friends in the house.
Yeah.
And, it's funny because I sit there and I watch these women in the house, and they're all talking to each other and everything and that. Of course, waiting for the bachelor to come back from his date with somebody else, in which he says, yeah, I think I see her as a life partner. She's checks all the boxes, and she makes me happy. She makes me laugh. She makes me smile and that. Then he goes on the date with the other one and goes, yeah, I think I can see. Oh, I missed you. I missed you. And it's like 2 seconds ago, our time, you were somebody else was the love of your life.
Oh, that's really hard. That's really hard. So I have a joke for you that really ties into all of this. What's the real prize for winning a reality TV dating show? A lifetime of trust issues.
You're taking home more baggage than you came with.
Absolutely. So why do we still watch these shows? We know it's like we get mad because it's like, oh, he's kissing everybody, or we get mad because it's like you just said, oh, oh, you're my love, I love you, or I like you so much, and then pretty soon, bam, he goes over and does somebody else. So why do we still? Why don't we just like turn it off and like, done? I'm done. I'm done.
We get sucked in. It's a cult. It's a cult because you are after one of them, you go, oh, not watching it next time. I cannot. I'm not. I mean, the cry cam is working overtime, right? When they get in the limousine and leave, the place, and that. Well, there's a cry cam in the limo. Terry actually named that the cry cam, and but then you find out who say you're watching The Bachelor. Then you find out who the Bachelorette is going to be for the next season. She is somebody that probably got wronged and he should have picked in that. And so you're going to see if maybe she doesn't do any better making the decisions than he did. And so then they're put in that position and they're making the same stupid decisions. And you're going, okay, you just came out of that. And then you've got all those women sitting around crying, going, I didn't expect that. I can't believe that happened. And I'm like, don't you watch the show? Didn't you watch all the other 50 women? Sure, he cheated on them, or he told them this and told them he loved them and everything and that, and then told you, and it's like, wake up. But we watch it because, like I said, the train wrecks and wanting to see somebody fall, and and we get sucked in that way. Plus, for me, my job was bearable because I would go to work and my sales reps that would come in and that and merchandisers and everything. We talked about it. We talked about who who should he pick? Who's he going to pick? Well, what do you think of him when he did this? What do you think? Oh yeah, no, that was stupid. That was just stupid. And it gives people a common ground and
Mm-hmm.
something to talk about.
Yeah, it's good. It's good
That they
gossip.
know.
It's good
Mhm.
water cooler gossip. And I think sometimes we watch these shows and they become friends to us in a way. Kind of, they call it
Yeah,
parasocial friends.
I think they do. That's what happens when I read books. They're my friends. I finish a book. I have a hard time finishing a book because I don't want my
Oh,
people to leave.
yeah.
You
And
know, and you get used to these people in your home for what? How many months is it? And you get to hate them. You get to feel sorry for them. You get to like them. You get to yell, vote her off. Don't give her the rose, and not hurt anybody.
Mhm.
It's like watching car crashes. We watch car crashes on YouTube, and we get road rage sitting on the couch because we're like, what in the heck was he thinking? And that's what I say a lot of times on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. What are they thinking? And the thing of it is my husband's favorite thing. He watches it with me, by the way. Men do get sucked in for whatever reason, but at the rose ceremony, and they're giving the roses. He's calling the names. They got one rose left on the table. So then the host has to come in and say, okay, ladies, we have one rose left. And we're like, everybody can see that. Why do they have to be told? That's his pet peeve. We know. Why do you have to tell them?
Back to the brain cell joke, right?
I was going to say that I was going to mention that after that brain cell joke, but yes, exactly. You connected that right there. Yes.
That's too funny. That's too funny. Well,
Yeah.
I think a lot of us get sucked into these shows as well because these people are, whether it's true or not, it appears that 'cause we don't know for sure. But it appears that these people are really showing their vulnerability. You know, they're showing their vulnerable sides. And I mean, some of them are genuine. I think some of them are genuinely perplexed, or they're, you know, they're concerned, they're worried, or they're upset. But these are vulnerabilities that maybe the normal person. I mean, okay, let me back up. Nowadays, people are getting less and less social. I mean, where everybody is like, you know, like this on their phone. Um, so I think a lot of people have less friends than they used to. And so when they see these shows, my guess is, I'm not certainly not an expert, but I'm just guessing with my psych background, is that they're seeing their vulnerabilities, and it's like it truly does become a set of friends for them to relate to. And it helps when you said that they bring them on in future. You didn't put your phone on stun.
I did. I put it on airplane
That's
mode.
okay. So when they bring them back, then you're like, yay, you know, Colton's back, or whatever the names are back. And
Colton.
I know I only have Hulu, so I don't have live TV. So I'm several seasons behind.
Well, then you find out, because I know since you're new to it and everything, I read the tabloids. I read the internet. I read all the spoilers.
You're hooked.
And Colton. But when you watching this and you're like, oh, I want him to pick her. I want him to pick her. Da, 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 da. Then you find out they're gay. I don't think he knew he was gay at the time.
Was he gay?
Is he the one that jumped the fence?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen the end of the series. You just told me who the murderer was.
Was? Sorry.
Oh,
You're taking chances on spoilers, man, when you get me.
Oh, man. Wow. Okay.
He was a football player, wasn't he?
I don't know. I don't. I just tune in. I just tune in because I know, you know, people like it, and I'm trying to stay topical. You know, so I'm just trying okay, I have an idea what it is. You know, but see, you didn't even know about MILF Manor, so you got. I challenge you to watch that. Oh my God.
Okay, I learned something from you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, sometimes, you know, when I watch these shows, it affects me because I get a little like when I first started watching. You know, I'm watching, you know, all these fabulous locations, and oh my gosh, you know, of course, all the men are like gorgeous, and all the women are like gorgeous, and
pretty
so
people only. Please sign up.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm watching these shows, and then I'm feeling like the little bit of a discontent, you know, in my own life, and I'm like, why? What's going on? and I start kind of like exploring that a little bit, like because I'm thinking like something's missing in my own life because I watch these shows, right?
Mhm.
And then I start thinking, well, I want to be in some romantic torrid affair, rolling on the sand in the water, and whoa, something like out of whatever, out of a movie,
Yeah.
and then I want to be whisked away on a helicopter, like they do, or like on 50 Shades, or whatever. Hey, I want that. I want that kind of romance, and I have to kind of catch myself, because then I think, wait a minute, okay, number one, it's fake, because all these things are being paid for by the producers, and that's okay. It's good. It's entertainment. And number two, uh, I'm an old lady. Unless I want to go,
No, we're not.
and well, unless I want to start grabbing some 40-year-old, or no 20-year-old, which I don't,
That's
but
about
still,
it.
right? No, it has to be a rich 20-year-old,
Well, they had
20
they
some.
hey, well, no, never mind.
That'd be on MILF Manor.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was going to say. And then I was going to say they have a show for you, but
Next time on MILF Manor featuring Stefanya. Ew. No, no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
going to
no.
let you say it.
So anyway, okay. So back to you. As from a romance writer's perspective, how do we deal with this? I mean, because certainly even with romance writing, I mean, you're writing all these fabulous things and stuff. So what do we do with all of that? I mean, how do we deal with that in our own lives? How do we come to terms?
Wow. Um, I mean, the romance writing, I knew the guy was out there. Everyone kept telling me he wasn't, but he was. And we, oh gosh, I really do not know what to say to that, except the fact that, on the shows and everything, and um, there, it's it's romance. I'm not going to say it's not. That is romance, and that's what we want. You
It's
know,
fantasy.
we can do without the fantasy suite, um, and yeah, it is. But you've got to be able to get to know somebody enough that you will be with them through thick and thin. And they tell them on the show, well, can you picture yourself going grocery shopping with them? Can you picture yourself picking up the kids? Can you picture yourself, not whisked away to all these fabulous places, but making a home and doing the everyday stuff? You know, that's why most of them don't work out, because
Sure.
they're away from all of that. And it's like there's all those little habits, that they see, those little things like, why do you do that? Well, I've done it forever. Well, not in front of me. You haven't in the last 30 days that I've known you, you know?
Yeah. After the ink is dry on the marriage certificate, that's when people
Yeah,
start farting in bed and doing Dutch ovens.
exactly. Exactly. You probably know by then that that's okay. We can make a
Or
game
not. Or not.
or not.
Yeehaw. Oh my
But
God.
but yeah, you want that lasting stuff. And it takes time to brew that. It takes time for that to cook. You know, you can't be like, well, yeah, I know who I'm going to ask. Yeah, I knew it was going to be you at the last minute. There's no last
I
minute.
don't get that.
I don't either.
But
But
it's
we
fun to
go with it.
watch.
We go
It's
with
fun to
it. We
watch. It's
watch it. Yeah,
entertainment. It's
entertainment
entertainment. So,
at
I
its
mean,
finest.
even the meltdowns, I think we enjoy the meltdowns, because then we think, whoa, maybe we think better of ourselves. What do you think?
The meltdowns are for attention. The meltdowns are for attention, because when somebody starts totally losing it and goes out into the one of the hallways, drapes herself across there, she's always draped, uh, across on the stairs, and everybody's, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Well, and then he comes along and says, oh, let me go see if I can do something for her. And then they're sitting there talking, and all of a sudden they're kissing. It's like that was no, that was staged for,
Oh,
you know,
I'll have to
they
remember
don't.
that.
And the thing of it
I'll have to try
is that,
that at home.
yes, yeah, yeah. And I'll tell you what, ain't nobody's gonna pick me up on the beach and run down the beach with me. That is not gonna happen in this lifetime.
Well, you
Um,
could. You never know.
but oh, what was I was gonna say something? Well, yeah, it could. Um, oh, how long does it take somebody to get over someone else in order to go onto the Bachelorette and the Bachelor, and as the Bachelor or the Bachelorette, and go, oh yeah, I'm going to find my person here. You thought you found him the last time, you know? No, you're not.
It's entertainment.
It is, because you got to know that the prima donnas and the very um, spoiled ones are the ones that get me. It's like, why are you giving in to her? Oh my God, can't you see it? You're not worth having if you cannot get past this and see it.
Amen.
I say
Amen.
that a lot. He's not worth it.
So I have another joke for you. So how do you know a reality TV romance is fake? When the couple spends more time taking selfies than talking to each other.
That's also true.
That's true. So
That's also true.
so we're going to talk a little bit. I'm going to ask you some questions as far as what type of negative effects do you think folks may encounter by watching these shows?
Um, they're given a false sense of what's real. And I think that's what happened to some of those women that went on the show. But it can be damaging because some people can become discontented with their relationships that they have and not see the wisdom or the foresight to say, oh, hey, okay, that's not real. What I have is real. And it can mess you up. It can mess up some relationships because that's what she's looking for. How come you can't take me in a helicopter?
Mm-hmm.
How come you can't take me across the ocean? How come you can't go diving with the sharks with me? Because at this moment, I would feed you to one. You don't want that.
That's true. So we have to really make sure that although these are they're fun, entertaining, and it's really great to talk about, with other people, we have to keep our little reality check portion of our brain fully functioning. That no, it's a show. It's like sci-fi. It's well, okay, sci-fi
It
fans out
is.
there. Some people may say it's not real.
It's not.
Shh! Don't tell the
But it's
sci-fi people
fun.
that. Chewbacca is real.
I know.
I saw him at Comic-Con.
Oh, I can't even do that right. Oh, there you go. Good job.
Oh, that was good. You did it. That's good. So
But you know what?
definitely. Oh, go ahead. What?
No, I was just going to say that on The Bachelor, um, oh, no, it's Bachelor in Paradise. The best part of Bachelor in Paradise is Wells, the bartender. A shout out to
yes.
Wells
Yes.
because he is just so cute, and he's the one you would want to walk away with.
Yeah.
And he listens to everybody and stuff and that. And he's the what do you call it? The voice of reason, And but yeah,
He is cute.
that's why we go back to.
Yeah. You and I
And
could
to
have fun with him.
see our old friends. Yeah, he's married though. He got married.
Oh well, so we're in long-lasting relationships ourselves. So again,
We
fantasy
are.
time.
Fantasy time. That's what it is. It's getting away, and it's like, you everybody's got their escape. Everybody. You know what? I've often thought, I'm going to go look up those people that are from
Uh-huh.
Colorado and go have a talk with them and go, really?
Now that would be funny. That would be funny.
That
Actually,
would,
it'd be kind
yeah,
of
it
fun to
would.
even bring. Maybe that might be something for a future podcast is to bring one of those folks on and talk about it.
I know.
That'd be good.
It
Maybe I'll look
would.
into that.
Yeah.
I'll have to check into that. So, okay, so we talked about some potential negative. How about the positive? What's the positive stuff about watching these shows?
Okay. When we watch it, we we look at it and go, I am so glad we're not out there anymore. I am so glad we don't have to do that.
It's you and your hubby.
Me and my hubby. I am so glad that I do not have to feel that heartache anymore from a breakup or whatever, you know? And you can kind of sympathize with some of these people, but some of them deserve it. Um, but the positive side is you can actually look around and see what you do have, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And my first date with my husband, he took me up in an airplane. He's a pilot. He took me up in an airplane.
Nice.
That is bachelor stuff. And we've gone on cruises to the Caribbean and everything. That's bachelor stuff. So, you know, I can, I look at it and we'll go, oh, we've been there, you know. But, but yeah, but you know, it's not a place that makes you fall in love. I'm going to fall in love in Venice. I'm going to fall in love with, well, if you're not in love by now, seriously, there's 3 weeks left. You're missing the boat. You have to know by now. But the positive side is just knowing that you know this is real life, and it's good.
The positive side is the comparison between the fantasy on TV and realizing that your hopefully your love life or at home is better, more
Yes,
solid. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's
I
good.
mean, I'm old enough to know that and been through enough. But you got these young people that go, "Oh, I want to be on there because I want to go on and I want to be with such and such." You know, he's the Bachelor. I want to, and that's why some of the women sign up because they know who the Bachelor is going to be,
Oh, okay.
and and that, and then they want to find true love. And the 26-year-old going, "Oh, I'm ruined for life. I'm never finding anybody." Not with that attitude. Not with the way you acted on there. You're not. I mean, who would want you? They know who you are now.
That's true. Oh my God, reputations are everything. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
I don't want that baggage.
Oh, no, no, no. Well, another positive thing I think is about these shows is that it gives us something to talk about with others, as you mentioned earlier
Yeah.
about at work. And I understand that there's whole groups of like watching parties that watch it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like a fun thing to do is just to watch these shows, and it gives something to talk about with each other, as
It
well as the
does.
comparison. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, look at that.
Well,
Uh, uh, uh.
that's why it's called Bachelor Nation. You've got this and a cult. I mean, you've got all these people believing in the same thing that they can find love on a show, and we just get really drawn into them. You know, you got people in the audience during, like after the final rose or on the finale. There's always live people in the audience crying and everything. And I'm like sitting there going, I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, that is a positive side. Is the thing that it brings people together.
Sure. And
If you
that's a
have
good thing.
something, one, yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
that's good.
I've talked to
Well,
a lot of people I wouldn't have.
and I think also probably maybe it gives you some ideas for your romance writing too.
It does. It does. I'm going to make sure that my men don't act like they should be on meds. You know,
That's funny.
uh, yeah, it does give you ideas. It does give you know, things that, hey, you know, why doesn't he do this? Why doesn't he do
Oh,
that? You know, so yeah, always looking for material.
The new material.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think these shows probably give you a little bit of some, there may be a springboard and stuff. So, but yeah, so it's good.
Yeah.
Well, so we've talked about, about the shows and some positive, negative things and some positive things. And bottom line, I think if we could just sum it all up, we enjoy the drama because it's fun.
It is. It is. And it's something to look forward to each week on
Yeah, like,
Sunday
oh,
night, Monday night,
what's going
on
to
Monday
happen
night.
next? And they always leave on a
Mhm.
cliffhanger, right?
They do. They do. Yep. Well, and they leave after the rose ceremony. And so then you're like going, oh my God. And I watched one of the shows that the gal, I think she rejected the guy. No, he was the bachelor, and she was in her room. She was getting her stuff ready to go and everything. And he kept coming in and kind of, oh, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk. He looked like it was creepy. I was uncomfortable. It was creepy.
Huh.
I'm like, why are they letting that happen?
Wow.
Why do they let somebody come back? Why do they let that happen and
Mm.
just tell them, hey, buddy, you're gone? Because it's for the ratings.
Sure. Yeah.
It's for the
Yeah.
ratings.
Yeah. No, it's
But
I think that when I was watching one Bachelor show, and at the he only had two girls left that he was both in love with. I don't know how he could do that, but
mm-hmm.
anyway. And then at the very last minute, like the day before he's supposed to propose to one of them, he gets a call from one of the girls that left the show because she had to go back to work or something. And then she's calling. And she says, "Oh, will you take me back? I chose wrongly. I wanted to come back." And then, of course, cut to commercial. And then you're kind of wondering, like, well, is he or isn't he? So
Isn't it?
you have to kind of like sit through the commercial waiting. And then, of course, he says, well, no, it's a little bit too late, but, thanks for playing.
Yeah. There are some of them where he had to go in and tell the girls that were left, yeah, so and so's coming back.
At that late in the
They
game?
they have, yeah, they have. It's like, why? I should just walk off. I should just walk off. Well, then do it.
Yeah.
Leave him
Yeah.
with nobody. But that wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be a short show.
Oh no. Well, we thought it was going to be a short show on one of them where the gal was meeting the guys coming up out of the limos. And one went by her, and she's hi, and everything. And then she goes, I think I just met my husband. They had to come to her and say, okay, you just said you think you met your husband? Yeah, I want him. They had to go get him. They had to get another girl, a backup, to come on and introduce her to all these men that came for the other girl and say, this is going to be your bachelor. So then all these men are going to fall in love with this one.
Wow.
That happened.
Wow.
So, there's kind of like little hints on there that, come on. Yeah. But it is fun. It's fun.
That's good. Well, and that's bottom line. It's fun. It's as long as we keep a reality check in place and
Exactly.
we don't try to compare our lives like, well, I don't want to be all that. It's like if we just like, wait a minute, I'm happy in my life. I'm just watching the silly fantasy. It's like Fantasy Island or one of the other shows. It's fun, So hey, so I've got a question. We're gonna before we close. If I gave you a magic wand and you were able to change anything, anywhere, or whatever, bink, what would you change and why?
Wow. That's tough. For once in my life, I wouldn't change anything personally. I wouldn't even change the bad marriages I had because I have my kids and grandkids and great grandkids. So I think probably I would tap it and make sure that my husband's cancer does not come back.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Well,
I have him forever.
I will work on trying to generate that magic wand so I could send it your way.
Thank you. I'm going to use it for good.
That's good. We don't want you to be like the evil sister on Once Upon a Time or something.
Oh my gosh, I know. Huh?
Hey, so last question. What was your favorite part of this episode?
talking to you.
That's silly.
Talking to you about it. Because you are watching some of the back episodes, and we can connect. But yeah, it was fun. The fun,
Good.
the laughter, um, and that's my favorite part.
That's wonderful. Well, I enjoy
It's the
talking
whole
with you
thing.
as well. So, well, good luck with your romance writing, and
Thank you.
please, my best regards to your husband. We did an interview with, as you know, we did an interview with him earlier.
Yes.
So he was a great guest as well. So, and I'd like to invite you back to our show, maybe in the future, to
Would love to.
talk about romance writing and maybe in particular erotic writing. Woo.
Ooh. Yep. I'm all for that.
We'll have to tell people it's
Would
like
love
over
to.
18.
Yeah. Put a lock on your podcast station.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining. I really
Thank you for
enjoyed
having
having
me.
you again. Thanks everybody for viewing. If you like this podcast, please remember it's 50 Shades of Stefanya. Please like, please subscribe, and please share with your friends. The more the merrier. So again, thank you so much, and we will see you later. All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye. Mwah.
Bye.